Welcome to Dynamo Dynamics, winning goals to digital dominance. I'm your host, Danny Perry, and with me as always is my guy, Peterson. And Kai, have you thawed out yet?
Still thawing out a little bit.
Okay, we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But welcome to season 30 of MLS, season 20 of the Houston Dynamo. So in this week's episode, we get to talk about the opening match against
FC Dallas.
FC Dallas, the rival, becoming an ever bigger rival as we go along here. So opening night at Shell Energy Stadium, we had the pleasure of being there. Would you call it a pleasure?
The game day experience was a pleasure. The weather, not so much. It was really cold and rainy the whole game. We were lucky enough to actually have a cover.
Yeah.
But it was still, we got hit with wind, and that was bone chilling.
Yeah, definitely not recommended, but for the game day experience, absolutely recommended. It was a great game. Well, in a lot of ways, the experience was really good. The crowd was a larger crowd than we're definitely used to seeing from our attendance at previous matches. And the traveling fans for Dallas were there as well, so along with their band. So it was a really raucous kind of afternoon or evening there, with the exception of the rain. Everything, I think, was fantastic, and also the exception of the results. So it started out awesome.
Yeah, we started off with a goal. Amin Bassi got his first one of the season. Just really great positioning. I mean, the cross from Dorsey.
Yeah, the header to Ponce. Header from Ponce.
Header from Ponce, and then Bassi just
tapped it in.
Yeah,
it was positioning. Yeah, in the 18th minute, and what the Dynamo controlled, they were controlling the game. They were so attack minded, and I think we mentioned at the game the fluidity of their movement was very different than what we saw last year. Very crisp passes, very precise, some really great skill from individual players like Dorsey as well that were just in on tour. Yeah. So the team looks dangerous and fast, and they possess the ball and they move with precision, and they ended up in this goal in the 18th minute, and we were like, I mean, we're off to the races. This is going to be excellent. Warmed us up for a second, and the FC Dallas, though, I credit to them, their movement was equally as good. Their team they were doing a lot of the same things. Dynamo kind of ultimately ended up with the edge in possession. But, I mean, what were your thoughts on how the team looked?
I mean, we made some comments during the game that our passing was a lot smoother. It was beautiful to watch in person. Just there's poetry in motion almost. Jack McGlynn fits in very well. He was just laser-eyed at Dorsey a lot of the times, because Dorsey, just every game we've ever been to, he's wide open with space.
Acres of space.
And nobody is ever marking him, it seems, and he just doesn't get the ball enough. And he was getting the ball. McGlynn was just looking for him, and he got the passes to him. He looked really good out there.
He was a concern of ours as well. I mean, coming in with the midfield kind of decimation that we had as far as transfers were concerned, and he was the one who was brought in, and he really looked good in that role, man. He possessed the ball, he dispossessed the opponents. His passes broke the line over and over again. It was man, he had a moment late in the game, I guess we'll get into as well. But, it looks like a really good signing. I think he's going to be great.
Very good signing, especially for his age too. At 21, he looks ready. He looked like one of the best players on the pitch.
He was one of the best players on the pitch.
He might have been the best midfielder from both teams, in my opinion, that game.
Agreed.
I mean, other than that, Dorsey, as always, looks solid. But what really surprised me is our new young defender.
We'll promise we'll get his name right by the next show.
We'll lay off his name now, but he showed some signs too. He was very proactive. He was strong. He was always in the box, ready for headers on corners, and he played solid as well.
He did. What about his partner?
His partner, on the other hand, was
A little shaky?
Yeah. I don't know if it was the first game nerves. I'm not too sure, but he single-handedly gave up a goal.
Yeah, and that was 10 minutes after the half. We went in 1-0 at halftime and came back out. It was more of the same possession, some possession by both teams, a little bit more by the Dynamo, same great movement. And then all of a sudden, it just changed. So
yeah, we just didn't look like the same team we did in that first half almost. And he came out and he just gave the ball to their striker.
He really did. He attempted a pass.
I don't even know.
From the back. They were playing out from the back. And he attempted a pass across the face of the goal to his center back partner, and
it was nowhere near the Dynamo player.
Right, and Dallas has a striker, Peter Musa, who you really can't just give something like that to. He pounced on it and 1-1.
Yeah, so it was a quick flip after the half for sure.
We're right. We were all still kind of settling back in, and all of a sudden the score changed. So that was pretty disheartening. To the Dynamo's credit, they settled back in. It didn't take that long. We've got some great movement on their end of the pitch, and with that, the game kind of settled into that rhythm of who's going to score or is going to end in a draw.
And it seemed like their second goal, FC Dallas, I can't remember the exact minute, but it seemed like a referee mistake.
Seems like
it was
a referee mistake.
But also at the same time, Tarbell was so far off his line where McGlynn got fouled. Yeah. They didn't call it. Even if you go watch the extended highlights, the announcers say that was a foul.
Yeah, right outside the 18-yard box, spun around to the ground.
Yeah.
And then they were off on the break. And like you said, it was a referee mistake. It should have been a foul. There's no doubt about that. However, it was a mistake on our part as well with Tarbell in coming. He was almost at midfield from his goal, and that was it. Chipped it. Basically
chipped it over him, and then just passed it into the net. So that was heartbreaking too.
It really was. It really was.
But then we had McGlynn. He was the one who should have gotten fouled. He hit the post and.
Off of a great move, too. I mean, and that was from about 21, 22 yards out. Hit the post, inside of the post, and it bounced back out, and we were all thoroughly dejected at that point in time. So that's unfortunately how it ended, 2-1 FC Dallas, and disappointment as far as the result is concerned, some excitement, a lot of excitement, from my perspective anyway, for the attacking intent of this team. McGlynn looks like an awesome signing. I'm looking forward to seeing what the other new arrivals can do when they actually hit the pitch and sorting out this center back thing, because that's going to be crucial.
Zviachenko one of the announcers said that he got beat up during practice or training somehow, so he was out that game. So hopefully he'll come back and
shore things up a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, with Mikael leaving on game day, transferring to Palmeiras in Brazil. That news came out a couple hours before the game, so he was our most solid center back all year last year, both strong in defense and in set pieces, and then he was just gone. So we came to the match with a new set of center backs with Zviachenko being out, so it was two brand new center backs to everybody's knowledge, and they were, somewhat solid, but a little bit shaky. And one bad move from Bartlow that one pretty much cost us.
It really changed the outcome of the game for sure, because that mistake gets your whole team in the head. Like, you're thinking about it, like, how could that happen? Because that was a mistake that you see young kids make. You don't see professionals. You don't see
exactly.
Yeah, it was tough.
It was. But overall, what are your thoughts? I mean, as far as the team itself.
I think we have a bright season ahead of us. I think after watching that game, we looked very solid, and I'm very excited now after getting to see in person at the game, especially the fans showing up with the weather conditions. I was expecting nobody to be. I thought we were going to be the only ones, because, I couldn't feel my feet the whole game. And
then, fingertips were a little bit numb.
Yeah, the second half, I think my face was going a little numb, and my hands were too. But I'm very excited for now the weather's warming up. I'm excited for the upcoming games. I mean, we look really good. We look like we're in a good spot from day one.
Yeah. I guess almost a reverse of last season, though, where the defense was so solid at the very beginning and then the attack and midfield needed to catch up. And this year, it looks like the attack and the midfield look pretty solid, and the defense is we're going to have to really figure that one out, how it actually plays out. But it overall, very positive start despite the loss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it was a good start for MLS overall. I got a chance to watch the extended highlights on a couple of other matches as well. The newest team in MLS, the San Diego FC. I think it's the San Diego FC or
might just be San Diego.
San Diego started their MLS first season campaign against the champions, the LA Galaxy, and beat them. And they beat them decisively.
Yeah. 2-0.
So what a great start for them. And then, of course, of interest to us here in Houston, our next opponent, we got to review with Inter Miami, who will be visiting next week. And so they were playing NYFC, and really good match. A really good match. It looked like Miami actually had them beat, I believe it was. No. The reverse. New York had Miami beat. They were beating them 2-1, and Miami came back and basically got the
late goal,
drawing goal late, and so really exciting match. So I mean, it's a really good start, huh?
Yeah. I mean, we got a lot more weeks to watch MLS now, so we're excited for that, especially now that the team looks good. So
indeed. So what are your thoughts as far as crowd size for this coming week's game?
I think this game against Inter Miami will most likely. I'm 95% confident that it'll be a sold out game, with those tickets being a little pricey for sure, but
extremely.
What can you say? We probably won't be attending this one. We'll catch this one on the TV.
Yes. Yeah, we have to budget. How many games we can actually go to, and that's not one of them. But I'm sure there will be a lot of pink jerseys around. We're going to see those all week, I'm sure.
Looks like you're already ready for them.
Oh, God. Well, totally unintentional. But I know a lot of people want to see Lionel Messi, but the rest of the team around him is not exactly bad. So we'll see. That's our next opponent. Any predictions for the match?
I think it will be a 1-1 draw. I'm not too sure who's going to score for us or for them, but I think it'll be a 1-1 draw.
I'm going to say Ponce is going to score this week, along with, well, he had a really bad game, kind of a bad game, Aliou, this week. But I'm going to say Ponce and Aliou score, and we're going to win 2-1 and send Inter Miami to an 0-2 start for the season.
That'd be good.
That'd be great. That'll be great. What do you think?
Yeah, let us know in the comments, and we'll be ready for y'all next week.
Come on down. All right, folks, that's all we have for this week. Thank you for watching Dynamo Dynamics, and make sure to tune in next time. Hit us up on our socials. Let us know what your thoughts are. And, hey, we're excited for Season 30 and Season 20 for the Dynamo. All right. See you next time.
All right, guys. Here we are, opening night, Houston Dynamo 2025 season, 20th anniversary of the Dynamo against FC Dallas. Man, that's all I can say. What are your thoughts?
Heartbreaking loss. Yeah, it's tough. It was a cold game, rained all night. Good turnout though for the weather, I'd say.
Yeah, great crowd. It was actually a pretty good game. It was a great game, actually, back and forth. Dynamo had them up 1-0, and it was mistakes on our part that allowed them to actually take this win.
Very silly mistake. One of our defenders just gave the ball away. That led to the first goal, and then the second goal, very questionable. Very should have been a foul, but
our goal, there was more mistakes all the way around, the referees included.
Yeah, but we'll go into more details Monday.
Overall, but hey, the season's here. We're here. We're ready for more. Indeed. See you.